I'm gonna be the mountain master one day. Welcome to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Many of you may already know that one of the other languages that I speak is Hindi. And few months ago, I just made a video on Lao Shu 55,000 speaking Hindi and how he improved over the years. And in that video, someone made a comment that I should do the same for Karl Rocks, So this is that video. Let's not waste any more time and jump right to it. So this is his channel for those who don't know this guy. He is a YouTuber, a vlogger, and he lives in India. He also has an Indian wife, he has basically assimilated into this culture. Fun fact, guys, even though I do speak Hindi, I personally have never been to India. I've never even been to Pakistan. The only reason I understand the language so well, I think, there are two reasons. First is that my mother tongue is Gujarati, which is very similar to Hindi in terms of like its grammar. And then second is Bollywood movies. I grew up watching Bollywood movies, and that's how I picked up the language. Before commenting on him and his Hindi and how well he's speaking or not, I thought I should at least do some research and have some background on, where he's at with this experience with, speaking Hindi. So one of the videos that I found was this one. So he gets really deep into it to his very early stages, whereby he had this Marathi girlfriend who was teaching him Marathi, but he thought he was learning Hindi. So that really messed him up a little bit, like at the initially. But then he decided to just stick with learning Hindi on his own. The funniest thing that he said in this video was that the first words that he learned in Hindi were swear words. And it's crazy, like, for how so many of us, when we're learning a new language, that's the first thing that we learn. Anyway, the most important thing that he mentions in this video is that around 2 years ago was when he really started to take learning Hindi seriously. Alright, so as you can see over here, the date is November 4th, 2018. And I'm going to be reacting to this video whereby he's just approaching to locals in Haryanvi and, surprising them with his Hindi skills. So this video was posted on 12th February on the same year, 2018. So I'm thinking at this point, he has probably been learning Hindi for about 1.5 years. Or I should say that he has been learning Hindi seriously for 1.5 years. But with that said, let's get into this video.
I get from Indians when I speak a little bit of Hindi to them. They get these big beautiful smiles on their faces because it's the last thing they expect from a foreigner. So let's hit the streets in Gurgaon and Haryana and capture some smiles. नहीं चाहिए जी नहीं राम राम जी नहीं चाहिए जी अभी नहीं ठीक है कहाँ जाना है एयरपोर्ट हाँ छोड़ जी नहीं यार कैब से थैंक यू.
Alright, this whole interaction was just natural, okay? The rickshaw driver is basically saying, Aja, like come. And he knows what it's all about, and he greets him very well. And they have an exchange of, where are you going? He says, I'm going to the airport. And he says, no, I'll take the cab. So very natural, very natural. Yeah, let's continue with the video.
Ram ji.
Hello, Rano, how are you?
क्या हाल चाल?
बढ़िया.
अच्छा जी. स्वीट लस्सी दीजिए.
स्वीट लस्सी ओके
जी पैकेट वाला.
ओके
केतु हरियाणवी से.
हाँ
अच्छा.
Alright, so this is gonna look like I'm really nitpicking, but that's what this video is all about. I'm trying to give you the full and complete picture of how well his Hindi is. So over here, when he asked him that kya aap Haryanvi se hai, he didn't really he didn't really put that emphasis on the hey. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Like I'm gonna go back just a little bit so you can hear it.
केतु हरियाणवी से.
हाँ
So he just said kya tu Haryanvi se. Well, hey, I think that's an important part of the sentence. It's an incomplete sentence when you leave out the hey. So anyway, I just wanted to make a note of that.
मैं न्यूजीलैंड से हूँ.
न्यूजीलैंड.
हाँ
यार न्यूजीलैंड शहरों से.
हाँ
ऑल ओवर मतलब फुलेस्ट एरिया.
हाँ बहुत अच्छा है.
जन्नत.
हाँ स्काई डाइविंग, बंजी जंपिंग,
बॉलिंग, बहुत ज़्यादा सब कुछ.
Yeah.
I think चलो बहुत बढ़िया लगा
20 हमें कितने रुपए है
15
ठीक है
ओके
थैंक यू जी
ठीक
ठीक है
है थैंक यू सो
हाँ
मच
धन्यवाद
बहुत अच्छा लगा मिल के
हाँ थैंक
यू मिलते रहना
अच्छा बाय
ओके बाय
There are some instances whereby it's almost if you didn't know that the person behind the camera is a white man, a New Zealander, it's just difficult. Like it will be difficult to assess in some cases, but there are some few instances whereby he does have an accent and it does show up and makes it very apparent that it's not a local speaking. So I just wanted to make another note about that as well. Let's continue.
राम राम जी क्या हाल चाल
हेलो
है
हाय फाइन
अच्छा क्या तू हरियाणवी से
यस बॉस
अच्छा मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा हरियाणवी बोलता हूँ क्या फुल नहीं थोड़ा थोड़ा
क्या चीज आपके लिए वो करी जाएगी
आधा लीटर दूध
आधा लीटर दूध
हाँ
कौन सा
सिंगल टोन
सिंगल टोन
जी।
गर्मा गर्म दूध तो कहाँ से सीख रहे हो
मेरे दोस्त से
हैं
मेरे दोस्त से
अच्छा दोस्त से
हाँ
अरे वाह, ये दोस्त भी बढ़िया मिला तो
थैंक यू बाय
बाय
I do want to add that, like, I know that I'm being really nitpicky and like really been commenting on his accent. But, if you put that aside, like, first of all, it's not even that strong. It's only if you're really listening, you can hear it. But besides that, like his grammar and like the way he is receiving his comprehension, it's really well. I think that all of these interactions that he has had so far, he's fully with the person. There's no mismatch of information. So I guess he has his so far. I would say that his Hindi is very well.
बाय
बाय
क्या हाँ GoPro जी देखो छोटा कैमरा
अच्छा
He should say chota camera. He just said something like chote camera. I don't know. It just didn't sound right. Chota camera hai. Ye chota camera hai. And that I understand because, again, chota, this is all gendered based. And I think that's where most people would struggle learning Hindi. Sometimes it can get really confusing or just difficult to assess which gender to actually use. So let's continue with the video.
This is the king of Indian street food, the Raj Kachori. राम राम जी क्या हाल चाल
बढ़िया है
तू हरियाणा से के नहीं
नहीं फ्रॉम बिहार
बिहार से अच्छा जी
आइए वेलकम
थैंक यू जी बाय हाय मेरा बोर्डिंग पास प्रिंट करो हाँ कैसी है
What about you?
अच्छा बहुत अच्छा
You are from Delhi based?
जी गुड़गांव
No.
used to be in Delhi आप कहाँ से हैं
I'm Delhi, Subhash Nagar.
हाँ सुभाष नगर
See over here, he actually said very well. He actually put that emphasis on the hey. Like you can hear it. आप कहाँ से हैं?
आप कहाँ से हैं
I'm Delhi, Subhash Nagar.
हाँ सुभाष नगर अच्छा मैं पीतमपुरा रहा था
All right, so I don't know what the city was. मैं यहाँ पे रहता था. He totally like butchered that, all of it. And I think when it comes to like all this different sounds of T, and I can understand sometimes because even I would like mess them up, if I have to say it really quickly or I'm just under pressure or yeah. But okay.
You don't have any check-in luggage, na? Luggage
no
तो नहीं है ना?
कुछ नहीं
Check your name and confirm your gate number after security.
हाँ ठीक है
Have a nice day.
धन्यवाद
हरिओम
आपके नाम क्या है
मुस्कान वर्मा
अच्छा और आप
दिव्या
अच्छा तुम
वेदिका
तुम
अश्विन
तुम
गौरव केवल
अच्छा नाम हाय कैसी है ये स्कूल है होटल अच्छा लड़की के लिए क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलती है नहीं हिंदी सर ठीक है मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी बोलता हूँ We're gonna get in so much trouble talking to little girls here. If you're visiting India, it really pays to know a
That's
few
funny.
travel phrases. You'll get to see the big smiles on people's faces, and you'll be that much warmer received here. It'll all round make for a better trip.
Okay, guys, so I don't know if I need to even add more or really reiterate this, but he is a very proficient speaker of this language, and I was actually quite impressed. I think he's very proficient speaker. He has a high level of comprehension, and everything was whatever was being said to him, even though it was like very even faintly said to him, he was picking up on it, you know. And yeah, like every small remark, he had no problem interacting with anyone in any kind of a situation. So this was my reaction to his video. I hope that you guys enjoy watching this type of videos. If there's anyone else that you want me to comment on or react to, let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you made it to this point in this video, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please like it and share it with your friends. I'm at a very early stage on my YouTube channel, and I can use all the help that I can get. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.